What's up, everyone? Mark Lobliner, CEO MTS Nutrition, alongside my buddy
Josh, Cellucor and Civation.
Now, here's the great thing. We all know about these amazing, cool new ingredients that have come out that can help you reach your goals. There's one that I was so excited about, I had to get into the product right away because I'm looking at something that, as somebody who cares about my performance, it'll help with something like VO2 Max and endurance and power output, but it also will help with lean body mass and fat loss. I'm like, this is too good to be true. It's got to be a hormone or bad for you. I'm not making that comparison, but the data that came out from these studies were ridiculous. So so this ingredient's called Pico 2.
Yeah, Pico 2 is a fantastic ingredient. We use it in one of our products, Extend, through the Civation brand, Elite. And it is for performance specifically. A lot of people will look at those claims and say, okay, VO2, what does that mean? How does that translate to me? If you don't know what VO2 max is, basically what it is how much oxygen is your body taking in and how is it using it? And there's many, many reasons why that's important, whether you're an endurance athlete, whether you're working out in the gym, trying to hit new sets, new rep highs, trying to hit new endurance goals. There's multiple uses for that.
And also, if I might just conjecture a bit further, if you're increasing your VO2 max, that has to indicate some positive health benefits. It just has to. Now, let me explain what Pico 2 is, okay? It's an organic certified patent pending combination of 6 Ayurvedic mushroom strains grown and harvested in the USA. So this stays in the USA. It's 100% USA, doesn't come in brokered from China. It's USA material. They're powerful adaptogens, which allow athletes to adapt and overcome physical and mental stress. That's what an adaptogen is. Think something like rhodiola, bacopa monnieri. Those are other adaptogens, and helps to give you the extra edge you want. Now, here are the validated claims from the studies, and these are ridiculous. 8.5% increase in peak power. 2 times increase in bench press over placebo. This doesn't mean they took 2 guys who bench 100 pounds, they bench 200 pounds. This means that the one guy went up to 110 pounds and the guy who didn't take Pico 2 went up 2 times less than that, right? 4.9% increase in lean body mass, 11% increase in VO2 max. That is huge.
It's very significant when you're talking about what oxygen does when it's transported around your body. And what they show in these studies is they compare it to your fatigue levels and say, how quickly do they fatigue? In the studies that they did, it was 70 seconds was the average in the study that you had your fatigue time changed by 70 seconds for your workout.
It's insane. Significant. Think about the amount of reps you could do in 70 seconds.
Yeah.
At least like 50, right? I mean, you're doing pretty fast reps. So check it out. One thing they did is they compared this to beta-alanine. As a company, this is probably smart because carnosine and beta-alanine, we've done videos. You know I love it. I'm going to say there's 2 ways you can look at this. One is it can replace some of the benefits of beta-alanine, or can kind of step in. But my opinion is, what if we took them together? Just think about what beta-alanine does, all right? Beta-alanine's mechanism is buffering hydrogen ions. Pico 2's mechanism is increasing oxygen uptake and efficiency, decreasing lactate, and boosting antioxidant activity. That goes very well together. Beta-alanine generally, as we talked about in my video before, takes about 4 to 8 weeks to get in your system to really reach its benefits, whereas Pico 2 takes 1 to 3 weeks. The thing people might not like beta-alanine because it has a paresthesis, which is tingling for the first 2 weeks of use for some people. No tingling with Pico 2. So you could take both of these any times. Pre and intra workout is where you're going to commonly use it. And they both mix well, is what it comes down to. So I see it as a complement to beta-alanine, but if for some reason you're like my wife and you don't like beta-alanine because you just can't stand the tingles, and then it's fine to use that as kind of a stand-in. But I say, just stack them, baby.
Yeah, we do. In our product, we do. We do both beta-alanine and Pico 2 because there's a benefit to using them together. And if you can stand the tingles, and if you're like me, I like it. That works better for me to get my body ready and going than caffeine. You feel it. If you're like me and you like it, use them together.
Well, here's the cool thing. For those of you who are into natural stuff, like the mushroom strains found in Pico 2 are grown on organic oats. So because of this, it contains high level of beta-glucans and L-Ergothioneine, a master antioxidant that fights damage from oxidative stress in the body. And this also helps you train longer and harder. And it also gives you, the studies, again, the benefits. Significantly increased VO2 max, peak power output, time to exhaustion, improves your capacity to tolerate high intensity activity, allowing you to push harder, longer, and get more reps, sets. Again, very complementary to other things you're taking. So where do they find this? Where can they find this in the stuff you offer, man?
Stuff we offer, the product I would go for is Extend Elite by Scivation.
And Pico too, think of it like creatine. You can have a loading phase where it does build up in your system in 1 to 3 weeks. Peak Physical, we put 1 gram. And remember, it builds up over time. So the more you take, the more it is. Now, Extend, if you take that during training, you have
2 grams.
2 grams. So think about it, like it's not something you can really overdo. It's just something that builds up the more you take. So whether you take this for 30 days, take both of them for, let's say, 10 days, it's still going to build up in your system. A Pico 2 is definitely something I recommend you add to your supplement regimen. I think it's a great, safe, natural product that'll help you reach your goals. All right, thanks so much for watching. Again, click on the links down below. We have all the research, studies, data, and of course, check out the products. And that's not a game.